I believe even last year she had a bit of a twinkle in her eye, but it's more present this year, which is a lot of fun
Yeah.
to play. And John Stamos is as big of a fool and clown as I am. So there's a lot of really silly things that we got to do with our characters this year that we didn't necessarily get to do last year.
Season two of Big Shot premieres on Disney Plus on October 12th. So, how does this new season stand out from the previous season?
Well, this season, first of all, the big difference is that every episode drops at once on October 12th. So if you want to just get you some popcorn and settle in and just be in this world for all these episodes, you can do that. That's first.
Yeah.
Second, the first season we were a 45-minute or an hour show, and this year we're a 30-minute show. So it's peppier. It's got more, speed to the stories. And then other than that, the big thing on the show is that it's not just a school for girls this year. We go co-ed. We can't say why, but we go co-ed. So there's a lot of stuff that happens when those boys come.
No, absolutely. And you play Principal Thomas, who's a character who's clearly in control. And you have played different characters throughout your career on TV. So how much have you enjoyed playing this character?
Oh, I love her because the show is peppier this season. I got
Right.
to sprinkle a little bit more silliness and comedy to her. I believe even last year she had a bit of a twinkle in her eye, but it's more present this year, which is a lot of fun
Yeah.
to play. And John Stamos is as big of a fool and clown as I am. So there's a lot of really silly things that we got to do with our characters this year that we didn't necessarily get to do last year.
And speaking of John, he's taken on a character. And I talked to him previously. He had no experience with basketball before landing this role, is not a fan of sports, still isn't a fan. So how impressed are you with John being able to tackle this character, Coach Corn?
Really impressed because he and I we have a lot of things in common. John and I both love Disney very, very much, and we also both know nothing about sports. And so we're in these scenes. There were times where I had to talk about something or some big game, or we're going to the division, whatever. I didn't know what division nothing was. So I literally am impressed with both of us as actors that we're able to credibly play people that understand the sport of basketball when we do not.
Absolutely. You mentioned how the boys are added into Westbrook. And because of that, do you like the fact that this presents a new challenge for Westbrook and really a challenge for this season?
Absolutely. I think it adds another layer. And it's not that we could not have done the show again with just us telling the stories of these wonderful young women. But I think when you add the boys, it creates another layer to what these girls are dealing with. I think that they are amazing athletes. I think they're amazing students. But when you add the hormonal thing that happens when you're going to school and the guy you have a crush on might be down the hall, that changes how you move through your school day. And I think it's important for us to show that you got to find a way to balance it. And some of the girls lean completely into the googly eye boy things. And other girls are like, well, I'm going to worry about my studies, or I got to worry about where I'm going to college. So it's important to show that there's different ways through this, and I think it's really great.
And now that you've done 2 seasons of Big Shot, are you a bigger fan of basketball or a fan of basketball at all now?
I've always been a fan of basketball. I just don't understand it or any other sport. So
Okay.
I'm the kind of person, I'm fair weather in the sense that I don't watch any games until it's down to the playoffs, right? When it's down to the playoffs and it's getting close to the end, I like to watch. And then I pick a team. If the Cavaliers aren't in, because I'm from Cleveland, I root for the
there you go.
Cavaliers always, even though I don't know anything about the game. But if the Cavaliers aren't in, I just look at who's still in and I pick, well, he's cute. Number 7's cute. I'm going to follow his team. Or if it's like the Warriors or the Lakers and it's somewhere in LA, I'll grab one of them. So I'm a fair weather sports fan, but I do catch up by the time it gets to the playoffs.
And the last question for me before I let you go is, you've had a lot of success in your career and you're known, and one of the shows you're known for is Community. Now, we previously talked to Joel McHale and he kind of teased a big announcement concerning Community. Do you know anything about that, or could you tease something also?
I mean, I'm sure the big announcement he's talking about is that, everybody wants to do the movie, but that ain't news. We've wanted to do the movie since the show. We 6 seasons in the movie. Has been a part of the show for forever. It has always been a scheduling issue, not a desire issue. So
Right.
all of us love each other. We love working together. So it's never been about, I want to go back. That's just not the situation. So yeah, there's active talks about the film, and hopefully it'll all come together and all the fans will be happy.
I think they will be. Well, Yvette, thank you so much for your time. I
Thank you.
really do appreciate it. And congratulations on this second season and continued success to you.
Thank you, Brian.